Hey, shalom. What's going on, brothers and sisters? I'm up on here and I just want to give another testimony to a vision I had. I had this vision a couple years ago, maybe 2 years ago, but it was put on my memory, So I'm going to go ahead and give it out how I received it. I already prayed over this message, and it's unto the glorification of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai Bahashem Barak HaKadosh, and given unto the body the elect of Yasharallah. Okay, so this is pretty much what happened in my vision. Basically what's going to be going on very soon is going to be kick doors, man. The militaries are going to begin kicking in the doors of civilians. They're doing gun confiscations and ammunition confiscations. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you my dream that Yahweh has shown me. In my dream, I was in the current house that I'm in right now. And at the time, me and my wife, we was at the top floor. And it's like the fourth story of the townhouse. And I heard commotion outside. When I looked out the window, it was militants, like a platoon, maybe a troop. That's more accurate. 5 to 6 men. They were Edomites, all of them. They were Edomites, so-called white people, and they were in army fatigues. They were military fatigues, like the U.S. Army. It did appear to be that in my vision, according to their uniform. Had like the urban, I guess like the green and tan digicam camouflage uniform. They was fully in battle apparel. They had their rifles, their sidearm, their plate carriers, helmets, all of that. And they were going through all my neighbors' houses in my communities, which I heard the commotions. And we know how it sounds when a house or a room is being cleared. The screams of "get the F on the ground" and the violent yells and the aggression was all there, which is what originally got my attention in this vision. And the next thing I knew, because I'm a firearm owner, so in my dream it felt so real because I was afraid. I was sorely afraid. I didn't know what to do. In my dream it was me, my wife, and my daughter on the top floor of our townhouse, and I knew they was coming to my house next. I heard a loud ruckus as they kicked in the door, which was 3 flights down, three stories down, because we lived on the loft on the 4th floor of the townhouse. And then it all began, and I heard them sweep every floor. Get the fuck on the ground, get the fuck on the ground, don't move. At the time, at this time where I had the dream, we had some family who was living with us, occupying some of the other bedrooms. And in my vision, they were there, So I heard them sweep each floor, and I heard them, the militants, pretty much yelling at the people who were there at the time. Right now, these people no longer are there, in this current day and time, in reality. But as they began clearing the townhouse and proceeding up each flight of stairs and kicking in everyone's door, being very loud, very aggressive, very violent. I remember looking at my daughter because I considered grabbing my firearm and handling business, but in my vision, I still had a sound mind. I was like, man, that's a suicide mission. Can't do that. I got my wife in here. I got my kid in here. We're all going to get put to death if I, whip out and get the blasting, So I told my wife was freaking out in the dream. She's like, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? I said, man, as they began coming up to the last and final floor, which is where me and my wife was and my child, I just told them to stand up and put your hands up when they open the door. So when they opened up the door, and there was 5 to 6 militants in my room at this time, me and my wife, we both had our hands up and was cooperating. I'm gonna just tell you exactly how I saw it in my vision. I don't think it will be like this in real life, but they pretty much began searching my room. They was flipping the beds, flipping the mattress, pulling out dressers, and they went in the closet. And when they went in the closet, they found ammunition, and they confiscated my ammunition. And this militant, it was like 5 or 6 of them that came in, and of course it's just a bedroom up there. So when everybody walked in, half of them left. They said, okay, we got this unit cleared. All right, Bob, we're going to go on to the next unit. You know what I'm saying? So half of them left while the other 3 militants were sitting in the room, and I was communicating with one of them. And they found my ammunition, and they confiscated it, and he handed me this paperwork. It was, I'm not going to lie to you, I don't remember what it was called, but it was some technical government file paperwork, RB-240 or something like that, of that nature. And he told me I had to sign it. And basically, I knew it was bull crap, but basically the military was calmly explaining to me that due to the nature of that period of time, what was going on, I guess, in the nation, that it was illegal to have ammunition or firearms, and that in the event that things calmed down, you just fill out this paperwork that he was handing me, and they would give back, or you can pick up from the precinct your ammunition or your firearms in which they confiscated, which is all BS, because in my heart and the spirit, I knew that it was gone. They was never going to give this stuff back, but I still filled out the paperwork, and they peacefully left. And then I woke up, and when I woke up, I'll never forget, I was terrified. When I woke up, I was elbowing my wife. It was maybe like 3 or 4 in the morning when I awoken from this vision, and my wife was knocked out. Why? Oh man, why is it doing that? Okay, damn. Satan, man, there's always something. I got a Note 8, and I lost the pen, the little pen thing that comes in it. So when my phone wants to, it alerts me, lets me know the pen's not in it. It hasn't been in there for like 8 months, so I don't know why it matters or why I keep doing it. But it tends to do that in perfect times, like when I'm recording. But please pardon that. But when I woke up around 3 or 4 in the morning, I was very startled, and it didn't seep in that it was just a dream. I was all elbowing my wife, like, they're coming to get the guns. They're coming to get the guns. They're coming. The feeling of how real this vision was, I felt like the Lord was trying to warn me, and he was. I felt like it could have happened for real the next day. Like the very next day. And this was maybe 2 years ago I had this vision. And since then, I took a lot of, and I'm just going to, just a little hint, I don't know, to each his own, but I took a lot of my firearms and ammunition out of my home. I keep something in there just, to be able to protect my home from particular threats, because every man should bear his sword. But, a lot of the rifles and the ammunition and things of that nature, I took it out the house. I went and got a storage unit. But I suggest that, you brothers do the same thing, to where even if they do come, or when they do come, it is not prudent to fight back, or you're led in the spirit to submit at that moment in time. Because it wouldn't be prudent, you'll know it in the spirit. You'll know when this day occurs. At least when they take what you have in the house, you still have access to something elsewhere, because it's going to get crazy out here. 2nd Ezra chapter 15 and 16, and various portions of the scriptures, on the book of Matthew, and, as it describes how bad it's going to be out here, man. It's going to be invasion, of one another. People are going to be stabbing each other in the back, man. It's going to be cannibalism. It's going to be real sick out here, man, in that day. But, that was the vision I had, man. And, like I said, I got rid of my stuff, man. I didn't get rid of it, but I put it away. And I suggest any brothers who, are into, stockpiling to do the same, because they're coming. They're coming. This is gonna come to pass. And it was just really put on my heart and on the spirit to go ahead and reveal this vision that I had. And like I said, I had this vision about 2 years ago. Real talk. About 2 years ago, I had this vision. There was a point in time where I actually had all my visions notated in my phone, and I wound up losing all of the information. So, I'm actually, because I would give you a date and a time, an actual date in a year and a time that I received this vision. But all my, basically my dream book that I had, on Microsoft Word on my phone, it got erased. My phone was factory reset and I lost everything. So I'm kind of, giving these visions all, as they come to remembrance, as Yahweh brings it back to my remembrance. But, these things are coming, man. And while I'm at it, I'm gonna go ahead and throw in a second short vision that I had around the same time frame. Because I always ask the Father if He can reveal to me things to come. And these are the things that He showed me. All the stuff I have on my channel, the Raw Hebrew and Premonition to Fruition. Premonition to Fruition, my other channel, is more so solely about my visions and dreams, prophecy. But, every now and then I throw some of that material on my Raw Hebrew page. But the Raw Hebrew page is mostly, scriptural and spiritual edification. But yeah, like I was saying, man, this thing is surely going to come to pass. But I'm going to go ahead and throw in a second small vision. I'm going to go ahead and combine it into this one. I always ask the Father to show me things. Sometimes He'll show me something at night. Sometimes it'll be within that week. And sometimes He won't show me nothing at all. And where I'll be like, I'll look in the mirror and say, hey, what am I unclean? What am I doing wrong? It's all to the Lord's will. It's all to the Yahweh Shai's will. But, the second vision I want to tell you is very short. The second vision I had around the same time, about 2 years ago, that Yahweh Shai has given me, and I knew exactly what it meant, but I was like in outer space, and I was looking at the earth, and the earth was like, how can I explain it? Like, the classic NASA picture of Earth, you don't see the whole Earth as a ball, but you kind of see half of it, and the other half of it looks like a shadow. It was like that. And it was, it wasn't too small, but I could see the whole Earth from outer space, and the outer space was just darkness. It just looked like darkness, right? And I watched the Lord get a big cauldron. It was like a cauldron. It was like a shallow wok. The wok is, where the Japanese people would be making stir fry with. It was like that, but it was like a shallow cauldron, similar to the shape of a wok. And I watched the Lord gather all, and I didn't see His hands go and grab these things. All these things just gravitated to the cauldron, right? A giant cauldron that was bigger than the earth. And I watched all the stars, everything, the satellites, everything that was in the heavens got gathered in this wok. And I watched the hand of the Most High turn that wok upside down, turn that cauldron upside down, and all that stuff fell up. He poured it all on top of the whole world. He poured it all on top of the whole world. I'm not lying. I can't make this stuff up, man. You know what I'm saying? And that was the vision. No. It's coming to remembrance. And when He turned it upside down, that whole cauldron with all the heavenly bodies in it, from the satellites to the stars, everything, like asteroids, everything. He gathered up all this stuff and it went straight into the cauldron, to where the cauldron was full, and His hand turned the cauldron upside down on top of the earth. And then, in the next instant, I was on earth, and it was like broad daylight, maybe around noon or 1 o'clock. And I was around the masses of people. And like, I was at them Roadhouse diners. It looks like them old school diners where it's like a trailer, but it's a diner, like them old 50, 60 style diners. I wound up walking into one of those and trying to tell people, like, hey man, you don't see what's coming? You don't see what's coming? look up. And I kept looking up at the sky, but I didn't see nothing fall. That was weird. I looked at the sky, but I didn't see nothing falling out of the sky yet. But I kept trying to tell people in this diner to go outside and look up. Stuff is about to come down and hit the earth. Stuff is about to come down and hit the earth. You know, and then I woke up. But yeah, I watched the Lord take a huge cauldron, man. I was in outer space, so I watched a huge. It was like a movie screen, but it was like first person though. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like I was looking at a screen. It was like a screen presentation, and I was in the screen, first person, looking at it like it was in front of me, like I was there. Was in the outer darkness of the outer firmament, and I saw the earth. It was blue, and you know what the earth looked like from the outside. And I watched a huge cauldron, and all the heavenly bodies get gathered into this cauldron. Stars, satellites, everything, meteors, everything. And the cauldron got completely full, and I watched the Lord literally turn that whole cauldron upside down on top of the earth. And I blinked, and I was on earth, broad daylight, in a diner, telling people that, you know, some stuff is about to hit the earth. Like, yo, some things are about to happen here. I see it. I seen it. And nobody took me serious. Nobody was even paying me any mind. You know, it's not hard to understand what this means. And honestly, since I had a dream, I have even a better understanding of what it means, just by, you know, gaining more wisdom and knowledge through reading and studying a little bit more and getting a better understanding of what the scriptures is actually about. But what this means is that the Lord's about to plague this world, the whole world, man. This whole world is plagued, man. It's already began. It's already began, but it's going to intensify as the labor pains of a woman who's travailing with child. And right before the birth of that child, when a woman is in excruciating pain, when she's dilated and she's pushing, simultaneously and metaphorically, it is hand in hand with the deliverance of Yasharallah out of this place, while Yahweh will go ahead and pours his fury on this world. I'm not gonna say on this land. It's beyond America. Yeah, America's gonna be destroyed. Yeah, America is the whore of Babylon, who has the world drunken with her wine out of her golden cup. You know what I mean? America is that harlot on that beast, man. You know. But the world is gonna get it. The whole world is gonna get it, man. You know. But all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Hopefully this video was edifying for you. And you know, I've been praying for more dreams and visions, because it's been a couple years. And that's one of the reasons why I made this channel, you know, because Yahweh kind of stopped giving me visions. And I used to have him like all the time. Like whenever I asked him, he'll show me something like within like a week, yo. Because, you know, it was written that you ask and you shall receive. You know what I mean? He'll show me something powerful, like the stuff I've been posting, the stuff I've been seeing, you know. But then it kind of subsided, and I'd ask him, and then in my heart, in the spirit, it'll be like, why would I show you anything else if you haven't even fed the flock with what I've already shown you? So that's one of the reasons why I made this Premonition to Fruition page. And, you know, a lot of these videos I'm gonna share to my Raw Hebrew page as well. But you know, that's why I'm doing this, because I want more visions and prophecy. Because it's a very special and intimate thing, man, when Yahweh shows you things, man. I thank him every day for the visions he has shown me, you know. It's like a confirmation that he's dealing with me, to where if I don't have any dreams or visions, I feel like, you know, there's something wrong, you know what I mean? But so I'm going to keep pushing out as much as I can remember. And hopefully it's edifying for the body of Yahweh Shai. And we all can continue to prepare and draw closer to our Abba, man. Draw closer to our power, man. You know, because whether we like it or not, there's no discoursing what is already set to happen from the foundation of the earth, man. Before this kingdom is here, mass destruction, death, pestilence, famine, all these things got to come to pass, man. But I'm just sharing with y'all what Yahweh Shai has shown me, you know. But hopefully it was edifying for you, and Shalom until next time.